name, but they are nothing to do with us. The players have just readied up, so here we go. KKona versus Echo Fox will be our first best of 2 of the day, the first map of which is going to be on Mirage. We've seen some funky stuff from Echo Fox on pistol rounds on the CT side. Yesterday they were pushing A slope, this time they're being patted towards A, and both B players are going to get taken down.
So, let's see if they'll be able to arrive on time for this rotation, for this retake, unlike the match tapes. 2 versus 3 there, as KKona have the bomb ticking away on the site, and they are let to allow the CTs in, and Rue's just going to be there for the backstab. They've not seen him. This could be the GG play in the round. Oh, he's unable to get the fast one tap there. Oh my god, he couldn't even get a single frag. If he was able to do that, perhaps the Ocean would have an easier time with this, but he's going to get faced by 3 players. So, the round will be won by the CTs.
Great, Echo Fox off to a good start despite both their B players getting absolutely wrecked very early on. So as you can see, Roka is stand-in for Echo Fox. Now, I know that Complexity just picked up another UK player. It wasn't me though, sorry guys. What's that guy's name again? Surreal? There we go. Yeah, it's surprising. I haven't heard actually of Depth or Surreal, which isn't any mark on them. But you know, I occasionally play with a circle of UK players, but not all of them. Always interesting to find out about new players. So look forward to seeing how he will do, and I wish him the best of luck. I think there are some questions at the moment as to what Roka's status is, because Complexity have what, 6 players on the roster now. So who knows, maybe this is a clue. I personally have absolutely no idea. KKona going for the buy now in round 3. The scout will continue on to Mo, and the UMP onto Sean Grills. Seen a lot of that today in the European segment of the broadcast, where people have not necessarily gone for the buy upgrade. That's quite nice actually, taking the high ground on top of the smoke. Don't see that every day, especially against the buy. Mo with a nice answer to the frag there coming in from the underpass. More trades coming in, down to 2 versus 2 now.
Yeah, especially nice if you are able to jump out of the window onto that position. It's quite a hard jump to do. See, some AWPers, very top level AWPers, sometimes attempt it, but it's very hard to be consistent with it. But yeah, it's pretty sick. But we were talking just earlier today about the meta game to have that smoke there, and or maybe that was yesterday. It all blurs together. But that is so consistent that you will see that smoke now too. So nice counterplay. But now the bomb will arrive onto the A site, as Els is going to be there as well. As CT under control, he knows that that's going to be safe, which allows for an easy fast plant. And Mo will be over the top with the scout. Mo with some excellent AWPing yesterday, that I saw at least. And he's going to have to get something done here, at least some distraction. And Sean is coming from the slope, so perhaps Sean Gez can actually get a quick frag here and get onto that bomb so get the pressure in. But unfortunately, he'll get 2 faces, but he won't get anything from it, forcing Mo to go close with the Tech 9. And that's going to be the hold there from Vice. So the round goes to KKona, and Echo Fox. It's not a good time for them to lose a round. I think they would really obviously have liked to pick up an extra one. They had a decent start there as well, so a little bit unfortunate for them, but they still have a buy. They still have an AWP on Mo, and hopefully he's as on point as yesterday, and we'll see him doing a good job. So pretty standard peak, just jumping onto the wooden bench to make it more likely if there is a trade in AWP shots that he'll get legged instead of taking a shot to the chest and die immediately. And KKona right now, they're going to go for a delayed mid-take, which is quite cool. I'm not sure if Mo is going to get smoked off just yet or not. There's no smokes there to deny Mo a quick pick, so he's going to get an opportunity and he will capitalize. You've got to wonder where the smoke was there. It's going to be coming in very late now. But Mo is going to give his team an edge.
So he has done that indeed. Vice has left the bomb exposed in top mid. Perhaps Ocean is going to collect it. Rue is moved into connector. Els is in the palace position with Rix underneath him. So would suggest an A split is in order. Ocean is indeed rotating around that way, and it seems Vice might be doing the same. There's no short presence from the B players of Echo Fox, so Rue's going to be safe for the time being, but I'm sure he will be feeling the hairs on the back of his neck while he's standing in that position, because it is quite exposed from both directions, as you can see there. So here we go. The players are in position now for KKona. You can see Vice setting up for the CT smoke. Let's see how the CTs defend. We've got 3 on the site already. Mo's in a bit of a precarious position. Really needs to be watching connector perhaps, because that's going to happen otherwise. He was the only person really with eyes over there. And the A site is going to get taken by KKona, so maybe like a coordination there on the CT side. Got Sean Gares towards jungle and Roka rotating in from CT now.
Yeah, some good nades in from KKona to take the bomb side actually, as well as Echo Fox. Perhaps just a bit of a mis-execution there on some of the shots, but perhaps in Roka they can trust as he moves forwards now. Will he spot the player on Tetris? He actually whiffs all the shots there, unfortunately. Vice, only a single bullet was required to take him down, and that's going to send Sean Gares packing as there's nothing he can do with 2 HP. And Echo Fox, it's unfortunate again because Mo got the initial pick. They punished a mistake from KKona. Mo got the pick on middle. He realized, alright, no need for a re-peek, I got the advantage. And he falls back to triple on the site. So they get a nice defense going on A. And the information that they had meant that they had only one guy on B because they realized that B is very unlikely that there was going to be a B head at that point in time. They had the setup for A. They had all the players ready for rotation, but they just couldn't get it close it down. So that's kind of unfortunate for them. But you know, well played to KKona. Perhaps we shall see a bit of an upset here, but maybe I'm not sure. I don't know too much about KKona, I must say.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
I've only seen Els, Rue, and Ocean, you know, in various iterations of kind of tier 2 NA teams in the past.
Was Ocean in Elevate?
I think maybe. I'm not sure. I cannot remember. There's so many lineup changes. It kind of blurs together for me, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I think Aria is the worst for that for me in North America. I've been on so many, so many different rosters. I remember because I had to deal with the qualifiers as well. For some of our leagues, trying to figure out who has a spot because there's so many tombola rotations in teams, that was fun. But there we go. Ooh, no one turned the TV off. It's careless. So Echo Fox have taken a man down on their CT side and they have picked up a second rifle. We see the AWP leading the way on the anti-eco, which seems to be a common occurrence in North America now. Roka's picked up an AK. The B split is on. There's no CTs there. We've got Rix in CPO on Roka coming into the shop at the moment with A2Z not far behind him. You have to wonder if a decision will come to save this AK at some point. And A2Z might be doing exactly that. He has picked up the AK and he might be moving away. He is the last man standing for his team now, so definitely would recommend saving the AK. Ooh, gets just out of range in time, but the hunt is going to start immediately. We have Els on the A site, so we'll see if A2Z can be sneaky enough. He can't because the aim punch is real, so there we go. KKona go 3-2 up over Echo Fox, who are going to come back with another buy.
And this one there's no AWP for the likes of Mo, which is unfortunate. Again, as he's been pretty awesome to watch and has been quite impactful for his team with the AWP, but you know, they'll have to work around it. The other issue they need to work around is a limited utility. Interestingly, you know, one way to abuse this as a T side would be to play drawn out round where you try to pressure grenades out and then hit the site when there's no counter grenades left. But instead, actually, it's the opposite play from KKona. They're just going to go for a straight up execute. And this allows Echo Fox to use their nades all in one spot and maybe more efficiently. Let's see if they're going to be able to do much with those grenades. Mo's out there in the open by the stairs and the flashes are going in. Rue's going to try to hunt down any CTs in the premises, but not going to find anything just yet. He's actually pop flash through the smoke to try to take down anyone on the other side, and he's going to be successful. However, his teammates are having a little bit of a rough time here. Lots of trades going on, but eventually it is going to be a superior terrorist force dominating the A-bomb site as Roka is the last man standing for Echo Fox. Trying to find his way in now, but he's going to get smashed as well. So KKona looking quite strong right now, and the money is growing rapidly for them. Already a 4-2 scoreline, and forcing Echo Fox again to just buy a few pistols and see if they can at least keep the economy honest of KKona with a couple frags. However, it can be quite difficult to do that without, for example, some utility like a single pop flash. But in fact, actually going aggressive here, this is actually very surprising. If you're in a round like this, you can very, very easily expect to see aggression from the CTs, especially on a CT slope, something like this. And so, you know, there's no surprise that Invert would have a challenge very close there. He did look a little bit surprised. And he's actually lucky he didn't die there, to be honest. And Echo Fox, can they actually capitalize on some of these early aggressions, some of the damage done to these players? We'll see Invert there with the orb still hanging out by slope, as he's got some support by Palace and on the site as well. But they need to get the bomb planted still. The fire will be enough, though, to take down one player. Sean Gers is the only one left, but he will be eliminated as well. So 5-2 now the score. And I'm afraid for KKona, to be honest. I've been tortured by so many crazy anti-eco plays where essentially you see the T sides just kind of isolating themselves, playing really aggressively into aggressions. You know, all these things that are very easily avoidable to play an optimal strategy against a predictable play, and you see it, you know, going the wrong way. But 3 AWPs Echo Fox is quite interesting. If you need a mix-up to your strategy, triple AWP, I guess that can be an interesting one. One that's unexpected. Nice little push on the Palace timing from A2Z, and that's going to get the quick advantage. Now the execute again is going to come in from KKona onto the A side, but they want to put someone back in Palace first, so that quick pick delayed the timing, and now Echo Fox are going to start to wonder what's going on. But they've got the key player, Roka, or the strong player Roka, in the key position. Stop this. He's the close man. He gets some support here, some teammates throw some flashes in. He should be good here. He gets one frag, but he's very heavily tagged. In come more players. Roka getting a nice dink there, and it does look very good for Echo Fox. They're going to pull it out of the bag. Very seemingly one-dimensional round there. After losing one player, KKona seem to feel committed to go for the execute there.
Well, we've gone into oceanic territories with triple AWPs on the CT side for Echo Fox. Mo, A2Z, and Sean Grills all going to be on the big green guns, which could entirely work. One over towards B, one over towards mid, and one towards A looking towards slope or Palace, which allows the mid AWPer to not have to rotate and look towards Palace as well. Easily done. You can also put the B AWPer over towards short, so it is entirely doable if you don't have to pay for them. Why not? Brew having a look from the underpass area. He's going to take a bit of a nade there. Nice chunk of damage. Rix is trying to keep control of the connector area for the time being, but as the T's advance on shorts, that might become a little bit more difficult. And that smoke is probably going to allow the CTs to get angles over the top to those T's who are running around on short, so they'll have to be very careful. And they can see that Roka is in the ladder room. Meanwhile, Rix in the connector is putting in great work, taking down 2 plays. A2Z is going to come in and help as well. So we've got Mo and Rix with a crossfire inside the connector, but Mo's going to get taken down. Having an AWP there is going to be a bit dangerous at that point in the round. Echo Fox survived with 3 plays and 2 AWPs, so that's good for them. 4-5 now. Deficit has been reduced.
It has indeed, but will consistency be found from Echo Fox? Now they're going to load up on all the utility, and we're going to see the triple AWP continue. And I don't know if this is, you know, maybe an Echo Fox speciality. I don't think we saw it yesterday, at least I didn't. And I did leave at 3 AM, so I think you guys went on and played more Echo Fox games afterwards, so I may have missed something. But right now, you know, we've got Rocker who's, interestingly, despite having 3 AWPs, they don't have one of the B apps. Rocker's actually peeking it with an AK, just getting a bit of information should a player peek. And we have a lot of players here for KKona. In fact, all of them pretty much. I think there's one extra player who's left in mid playing defensively, but here we go. The push comes in. Roka, he's going to toss down the incendiary. He knows what's coming. And there's smoke down as well. Here comes the spray. Where's the support? He's got players shuffling in from the shot down, taking shots through the side. But Roka's going to get 3 of his own. So this looks pretty damn solid so far for Echo Fox on defense. Again, quite a one-dimensional play from KKona, just deciding, okay, we're just going to walk into B apps and then just throw some nades and then just go into B.
Yep, they're a simple team.
And we had two rounds previous, which had the same philosophy towards A.
Well, have a look at this. Echo Fox only have 2 plays left somehow. I know Sean was holding an angle on short, but he got wrecked. I expected him to clean up what Roka wouldn't. Roka could have also gone under the window, I guess, and Sean Gers could have been the primary engager in that situation. But here we are. Rue is stuck on short at the moment. There is a crossfire, so the CTs don't need to move because Mo has the angle to Mo's right, which is Rue's left. Although maybe he was caught sleeping, and he got shot straight in the face there. And A2Z had the crossfire with him, so both their backs were covered. But that was an expensive round for Echo Fox, starting with 3 ops, finishing with 1 and 4 men dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one because, you know, once they get the bomb down there, you don't expect really to see that extra damage being done. That's pretty brutal for Echo Fox. I mean, they're going to have to restart their economy, start that bank building again. And KKona, I'm curious if they are just going to be this team that just goes for blind executes all the time with nothing more than that, because that's very exploitable actually. And we're going to potentially see why. Well, we've got Roka getting a nice bit of spray in to go for the defense here, but 2 players will be dead. Sean Gez went down for nothing, it seems, as the bomb will be planted here for KKona on their force buy. And again, you know, getting so much damage in, if they're able to get another frag or 2, they're going to be heavily incentivized to keep going for force buys because they're getting more loss bonus, they're getting the extra bonus from the bomb being planted as well. So defuse comes in now, and you can expect they're just holding for the teammates to find the AWP. Yeah, and so you can expect KKona to likely go for a force buy. Just to check their money. Yeah, oh yeah, they're not even. I mean, they can go for full buy.
The buy.
But yeah, so they keep being in this situation there, like the previous rounds, where, you know, it looks like a very flat B rush turns into a situation where they killed 4 players despite losing the round, and with the bomb down. You should always be keeping the pressure up in those situations, and this is turning into a very close game. I think Echo Fox really needs to stop the bleeding now, and they really need to start stringing some rounds together, because this is getting a little bit dangerous. KKona starting to pull up a lot of rounds, and you can see now they're going just for the A execute. There's no map control, there's no anything, it's just executes, James. Just blind executes.
Els has lined up a smoke on a single. Like he's aiming on that piece of brick and then bringing his mouse up further, which makes me think it's a smoke to land in the middle of the site to aid a bomb plant, because it doesn't look like one for CT. I don't know why one would need to line up something this accurate for CT. So I'm really curious as to where this is going. Oh, it's going behind the triple box, so they're walling the site in half essentially. And the frags, however, are going the way of the CT. Savage work being done down there. Els is heavily tagged as well, but it turns out into a 3 versus 3. Sean Gers has got a nice angle, and he will clean up after Mo finishes off his routes. So we have some fast rounds coming in here on Mirage. The second map is going to be Dust 2 between these 2 teams.
It is still very shocking not to see any map control plays at all. That's kind of, because you can always fall back into the executes, but you want to try to at least get rid of some grenades, get some pressure in first, create some setups where you can take positioning away from the CTs, create opportunities where you have favorable engagements, maybe even leave somebody in the connector, then go back for the execute if you really want to do that. Then you can have a triple pronged attack, more pressure on the CTs.
I suppose they have the loose style, or as Sempis used to call it, the scrimmy style, but aka we're too lazy to try and do anything.
Yeah, because obviously all that stuff that I described, you can gain a lot of edges through doing it, but it's obviously that's the real CS instead of just like learning the smokes and running in, for example. That's a lot more counter striking going on there. But it has been working. KKona picked up 5 rounds, and they've got a lot of damage in rounds where they it looks like they're close to winning, then they end up getting a bunch of kills, despite eventually losing anyway. But as long as Echo Fox can keep their lead going, can get the 9 to 10 rounds, they're likely going to be quite comfortable moving into their T side. I'm quite curious what Echo Fox's T side is going to look like in comparison to KKona. We've got double AWP from KKona, so I doubt they're going to run an execute-based style with the double AWP in hands. You would expect the picks, and Invert has been doing this before on good spawns. He's just been running straight to slope, even when they're on an anti-eco with the AWP.
Well, only Vice is top mid at present, and he's got a bit of a passive angle. Potentially has support coming in his direction though, and with the play from Rix and A2Z, with Mo looking in the underpass from the window, then they're going to need all the support they can get. So that is, I don't know what the purpose of that Molotov is. I can only imagine he was trying to make it bounce off the box to go into mid itself, but it went on top instead. You can see the box is angled to where Rix is standing, so maybe they had a read on the situation, but they've lost 2 players, and now they've lost the 3rd. 4 soon to be dispatched of, and Els just walks to his death, so yeah, not working out for KKona here.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Just kind of winning the round off the call from some mid aggression for some, likely just for some information.
Oh, if I'm not mistaken, actually, I think we were told that KKona have 2 stand-ins.
Oh,
So apparently Vice is a stand-in, and they have another stand-in as well. So they basically have 3 players from their main roster, which would explain why
oh okay.
they're just doing it extremely well, playing for picks essentially.
Just keeping it simple. Yeah, then you can apply a little bit of, well, a pinch of salt to what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
In some of the more one-dimensional aspects of the T side. Now, what have we got here? So it looks like KKona are going to just go contact into A this time instead of throwing any nades. Just going to try to walk up as far as they can, and so far getting shut down. The unfortunate thing for them is the player who's on the other side of the map is not really in position to actually pressure into B. He's not really in position to support into connector. He's going to come in a little bit too late, which is unfortunate. Looks like Ocean's going to defend by Tetris, but you can see A2Z is there as well. And there's 3 players here that could snap onto the bomb site now, and the player got out, Vice got out of connector, and you can see he's actually won the frag too. So their player who was a tiny bit late is actually going to be saving the day in the end. But although we'll have to see how it actually concludes now that the bomb has been planted and Roka and Sean Gets go for the retake.
They've got Roka in CT, Sean Gers in connector, but Vice is in jungle, which is going to be a problem for Sean. It's a very acute angle for him. Ooh, that flash is actually going to save one of them. Roka starting to move onto the site now, down to 2 versus 2. And this last T player is also heavily tagged. Ocean revealing his position. The bomb is ticking. Sean has time to get Ocean out. But that's it. Ocean's not going to go for the repick just yet until there isn't enough time for the defuse to come in. Ooh, that might have been close actually. But, well, it probably wasn't actually. There we go. 9-6. KKona will take 6 rounds in the first half. So, I mean, obviously, we can expect Echo Fox, considering KKona. That's complicated, isn't it? I mean, Echo Fox have 1 stand-in in Roka. KKona have 2 stand-ins on their side as well. I don't know how long KKona have been.
What they think can actually possibly work with 2 stand-ins, which is, to be honest, an awful situation if you played with a lineup of 5 for a long time.
Quite frankly, Dan, it sucks.
Yeah, so even getting so many rounds as they did, to be honest, is kind of scary for Echo Fox, I think, and kind of good. Because 9 rounds on CT is pretty, you know, it's definitely very within the realms of possibility and expectation. But here's the pits around now, and the bomb will be making its way through connector. This is a very typical T pistol round, running through underpass, trying to basically fake the B players out, get yourself into position to get close ranges on the CTs, get the bomb towards the A site. But they have been switching up their route back and forwards, and now we're going to finally see them back in connector again onto that A bomb site.
Well, Rue is on short, but he's not going to find an angle. Actually, where is Mo planting the bomb? Ooh, I don't think Rue can find that angle from where he was. But Vice is putting in work towards CT, leaving Sean Gers stuck in the what's it called, noob corner, I think people call that. Oh, that's just poor promotion.
The fireboxes.
Just run straight past him. Ah, yes, the fireboxes. I forgot. Some people call it noob corner.
Everything's noob corner.
Funnily enough, like in Eastern Europe, they call triple fireboxes quite often.
Well, I mean, fireboxes.
Like if I play with Serbians and Russians, they call triple fireboxes, but they both have that fire label on them, so that can get confusing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought that everyone calls triple.
Nope.
And then fireboxes are the boxes by default. Or I actually think what a lot of people say is fireboxes is the noob corner, and the default plant is default.
Default is default, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people do it.
By default.
That's how I would do the calls as well. If I go back to playing some CS. If I had time, James, play CS.
What? You would do what? You'd call default. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And
oh, that's great then. I'm sure everyone else would as well.
Fireboxes would be noob corner, I would instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I would say that's fireboxes anyway instead. But we do have a bit of a round on our hands. It's like we'll get the plant on default there, and that's kind of weird right now. Echo Fox managing to steal away an M4. Rix is doing a lot of work. 3 kills, I think that is for him. And it's looking pretty strong right now for EchoFox to actually close down the round. We've got a bum rush coming in from the SMG players. And the problem for Rix here is that he has no Kevlar, so if he gets tapped in the chest or anywhere really, his M4 spray is going to be completely ruined. But he is absolutely savage.
Reports.
100% on point. Is that an ace? I think it was. That was indeed an ace.
Nice.
Very well done by Rix. Wish I could scream, but quite frankly, I think my throat would not work anymore afterwards.
I imagined you screaming, like extremely high pitched. No offense. So KKona on a full eco, Dan, more or less. What are we going to talk about in this time? I don't know.
We already exhausted the possibility to talk about basking sharks.
We've discussed basking sharks, indeed.
So I mean, what else is there?
Other than basking sharks in life, I don't know. Well, Mo's made his way over to short B very, very quickly indeed. Now this is a nice anti-eco. He's going to be the man doing the investigation. And Ocean's running around with no bullets in his gun, wondering what could have been. But there we go. Suddenly they put a nice smoke down on short. Just had Mo charge up there with a Mach 10. Doesn't really matter if he dies. Finds that there is not much going on there. Kills a player, and the rest of the team can stream in and plant the bomb. Nice anti-eco here from EchoFox. Very simple. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS. And away you go. Not that difficult.
And the kiss rule is definitely a good one. If I get some time, I'm definitely making some videos on how to construct anti-force spies.
I thought you were going to say sandwiches, Dan, because...
No, I'm going to construct sandwiches on this desk at some point.
Okay. Let's make sure we clean it first.
But yeah, because there's a lot... I mean, there's a lot of easy stuff that's very much overlooked. Anyway, 11-7, and we shall see EchoFox now hopefully running another similar strategy, as they are fully brought up against the inferior Kevlarless mostly and pistoling players of KKona. And you see fast play into the bomb site using the nades to get in there. We could use some more Molotovs potentially, but generally speaking it's a pretty good effort right now. They're going to lose 2 players, but they've cleaned out the bomb site. And if it's a stack and you have the right nades for it, it actually doesn't matter if you don't have the info that you're running into a stack or not. It's fine to run into a stack if you know how to nade the site properly. That's something a lot of people overlook. They get a little bit afraid. So, and some teams are not. Some teams kind of go halfway. They're not prepared to take the information, but they're also too scared that they're going to run into the stack. And it's completely fine to do it. Just got to know how to nade it with Molotovs properly. You can do it on pretty much every site in the game for somewhat safely. I remember Threat showed me that last year. Anyway, double AWP for the CTs. Mo, a single AWP on him instead of dual wielding AWPs. If anyone could do it, Mo could do it.
Single AWP. Well.
Oh, he gets to pick on B apps as well.
Yeah, Mo's off to a good start.
He's removed the ocean, James. He's eliminated the ocean.
He's part of the Red Sea, perhaps. Oh, nice bit of investigation there by the CTs, but no frags will be yielded on this occasion. The bombs actually are going over towards the B bomb site, where Elder is trying to push, but he's failed. Is he going to see the bomb? He should see it on his def camera. Are we going to see a rotation there? There are 4 smokes in the A site. Rue starting to rotate away, and Invert is going to, well, 2 penetration kills there. All the penetration. Leaving Rue alone in mid versus 4. A to Z, Rix and Mo are heavily tagged. The only person who isn't is Sean Gares, and he runs straight into Rue's crosshair, which means that Rue has a real potential to get a frag here. Can he chase it down? I think if he gets that kill, he probably goes for it, but unfortunately for him, he's dead.
Yeah, and this is looking great now for EchoFox. I mean, the thing is that Mo did a good job in that round by getting the pick, and they kind of had players in position to sort of quickly abuse that pick. That's not always the case. You know, sometimes the AWP can be out there very much alone. Then you want to play a slow round and force CTs to rotate, then play against the expected setup. But in reality, they actually had players in position to just go for it, and that's nice. Taking initiative, so we should see a relatively good round here from EchoFox. It's like only one player's going to get called out as Rix. Got Mo to lend a helping hand. There's a lot of CTs here in mid though. Last remaining 2 in fact.
Oh, Mo's got to be careful. He could give up this gun, and indeed he will. That CZ going to be too much for him. Sean's on the B bomb site though, with Roka advanced through the kitchen, sorry, through the shop. So, A2Z's got nice positioning actually. They smoked off short. Well, he had nice positioning to hold short for his team from A, but he is rotating to T spawn. So it seems that they realize KKona are going for the save, and he will meet them shortly.
The funny thing there as well is that one thing you have to remember is that in most position, you have two choices there. You have a choice. You can go for the frag, and there's always a risk of dying, or you can just try to contain them, and never risk your gun. Those are two choices that you can make, and I'm not going to tell you what choice I would make, but both choices have an argument.
There is no wrong choice, is what you're saying, Dan.
Well, actually, I would say that there probably is a right choice there, but but the thing is, it's about disciplined play. It's about how concerned you are with taking all the edges. It's 14-7 right now. There are some teams that are very, very good at never giving up any edges, even if they feel like they're crushing their opponents, because then they know we're going to crush them even more. We're going to deny them every single round, every single edge, and that's always really, really fun to see that level of disciplined play. But Mo's going to go for the shots here, and he's been super on point as of late, so I cannot even blame him. And Vice, will be switching to the A bomb site now, and he's trying to mount a defense, but he's got not really any support. I mean, Rua's tossing in a couple grenades there, but generally speaking, Vice is going to fall flat, and it's just A2Z and Rix left when all's said and done, though. So his team, Vice's teammates doing a good job to clean up and playing it quite passively here. And this is really nice. I really like that there from them. There's a very delayed peak timing from the CTs there, and what that does is it forces the Ts to move out into more exposed angles, so when the CTs do peak, all of a sudden those Ts are exposed from everywhere, straight away, which is great. So 14-8, Echo Fox looked like it's an inevitability that they will close this, but I don't want to say that, James.
You jinx things at the major,
I just said...
And you're jinxing them now.
I don't want to be responsible for that jinx. Do not want to be responsible for that.
For the Team Liquid jinx?
Yeah, that's
the biggest jinx of all time.
That's why. That's the worst thing that you can ever... That's like the worst jinx possible. That's like 15 match points or something. That's insane.
What you did is equivalent to like ISIS destroying all those historical things in Syria.
It is definitely a war crime.
Well, Echo Fox back on the buy, looking to harass the economy of KKona. And trades will be had eventually, but Sean Grills and Rix have taken a lot of damage, as has Invert. They seem to going to force their way into the A bomb site. Vice is backing up to stay alive to help his teammates. In the meantime, many teammates have been lost for Echo Fox, leaving Roka alone without the bomb against 3. Is he man enough for the challenge? Where he's actually sitting is actually a blind spot. If people are coming up from mid, and you just sit there facing those boxes, unless they check it specifically, they might miss you altogether. So for those of you at home, if you're ever on an eco, sit there with a knife, somebody runs past and go and knife them.
You and your knives. But speaking of... Well, I don't know actually how... I was gonna see if I could try to like...
Speaking of, well, no, never
create
mind.
like some kind of transition for you, but no, I just can't do it. Can't do it, James. Okay, Fox 14 and KKona on 9. And so things are getting a little bit worrying at this point. Now that KKona is stringing more than one together. Echo Fox down on the money, so they are now without the AWP on Mo, which is a little bit sad for them. Mo's done a good job, generally speaking, with it. So we'll see a quick smoke there. I like this from Roka. He found a good timing there. The smoke was kind of going past, or it was about to land at his feet, so he just moved forwards to get in front of it, knowing that that would be... When the smoke would bloom, the CT would likely peak, trying to get a position maybe close to the smoke. That's a possibility. So he tried to abuse that. He almost got the frag for it as well. So nice little play from Roka, even though it didn't quite work out as he intended. And now Echo Fox trying to take over some mid control. And KKona have 3 players defensively on B. So they've actually given away a lot of space. There's no real way that KKona can properly hold the A site if that was what was coming right now, but they've read it well, because at the moment Echo Fox is putting way more pressure into B, and they're finally emerging in the apartments.
Wow.
And Els is just snapping heads.
It's a nice 2-man by Els, bomb down as well. He's dialed on his sword, and that's down to Ocean, who surely gets a free kill here. Oh, He's revealed his position, but I was going to say hasn't paid off, but Rue comes in with a save. You have to wonder now if A2Z even knows where that second player is, and the CTs are continuing to stream in. Sean tries to flank, gets taken down, so it's A2Z versus 3. There's only one heavily tagged player, and I really think that Ocean has the money position, but that won't be needed because the basketball comes in, and everything comes to a close.
The basketball's explosive in your neighborhood, James.
Mate, have you never heard of a tennis ball bomb?
No, I haven't actually, no.
Okay, well, we'll have a chat off stream, Dan.
Wow. You've been reading the Anarchist Cookbook. Alright, we got the, it's getting closer and closer. Now Echo Fox, forced to...
Come on, mate, spit it out.
I can't do it, James. They're forced to buy Tech9's, Armor's quasi-buy for them, and they're going to try to just leap into the B-bomb side. The leap of faith is met with an untimely demise for these T players, but it will actually result in the bomb plant, so maybe Mo can get a cheeky frag in the end, but he's going to pull out his knife, and he will give himself up. Echo Fox losing yet another round. James, can they close this game?
They can't close anything. They can't close the front door, Dan.
I knew you were going to say that.
This leaves to happen every game we watch sort of Echo Fox. It's like, yep, we're close. We'll just wait here and I'll let them catch up.
Yeah, I mean, closing games is all about understanding how to efficiently and optimally play advantages. So if that is a trend for a team, then you need to look at all the spots where you inherently have advantages and see where you're going wrong. Because they definitely created, I mean, they got to like, what, 14-7 or something? 14-8, something like that. So they were playing from advantages.
14-7, yep.
So, yeah, so that then, you know, you need to go back to the demo and see, okay, who's messing up their flashes? Was the strategy we were applying here, is that even optimal based on what we know about the opponent's economy, blah, 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 blah?
Well, there's a push coming into the A sites here. 3 people going in lower. Smoke's all over the place. You can see Rue trying to play around the corner, but who will spot who first? He's got a straight out now, nobody's watching his angle. There's 3 men sprayed down by 2 CTs here. A2Z standing in the palace, wondering what could have been. Sean Gare standing in connector, doing a bit of work, and suddenly it's 2 versus 2. What just happened?
Man them, they're all gone, James. The man them, the gal them, all gone. Looks like the path towards the bomb is going to be one rife with tribulation. Well, actually, that said, despite being out in the open, there's no solid coverage here from the 2 CTs. They are quite far back here, allowing A2Z to pick it up. He's actually going to go past the bomb and see if he can get an angle on one of the CTs that could be peeking to see if that bomb had been picked up. That's quite smart, actually.
Got 30 seconds.
So he's been spotted now, and this is again smart by A2Z. He's got a feeling that one's around connector. He's trying to see if Vice is going to give the information, and then he's going to try to peek onto Rue. But Rue is so patient. Oh, sorry, I got the names mixed up there. So Vice is so patient by connector. So very nicely done. So now KKona are 2 away from tying up with Echo Fox. Many rounds won in a row. Is that 5? It's hard to see from here. I think it's 5. So Echo Fox now full AKs. They don't have much in their way of sniper rifles. In fact, they have 0 sniper rifles. So we'll have to see if they can get something done without them. Mo has been quite good previously in winning them rounds. I mean, he was pretty instrumental in some of the past round victories in getting the initial opportunity or the initial round advantage. And KKona playing 2 players towards the apps, actually. So they don't have any short presence. They got 2 players by connector, 2 players by B apps. Echo Fox is just going to walk B apps here. They've not pushed for any information in mid. No presence towards A either. And if there was to be a push towards the ace of the map, then KKona would work out exactly what's happening. But KKona are playing pretty passively towards A, generally speaking. No one is playing slope, so it's hard for them to get the info about this.
So Ocean has Els playing the bench position, and Roka's going to rip Ocean's face off. So Els perhaps wanting to go under the window, going to go under the next to the truck instead. Almost gets himself a 2-man, but not to be. So the CT's Rue's going for a flank in apps. We've got 80 dead top mid, stop a rotation there. So Vice coming into towards the shop, and Rue is still in apps with a smoke halfway through by the window. And a bomb's going to get planted on default. So he's slowly creeping in. 80's over towards short now. No one covering the apps. And Rue should have got a good kill there.
Oh dear.
Surely going to finish him off there. Oh, he's managed to escape it. So, Rue versus 2, 0 versus 2. Echo Fox go to map point in the first of this best of 2.
That's a missed kill from Rue there. Seems to be, that was pretty problematic. By the way, you got to say that was a great little play from Els. Even though he only got one frag out of it, once his teammate died by the car, he knew that he had a blind spot there to run into that car position, and knew that they because the guy just died there, they wouldn't expect to see another one there. So it was a nice play. But now Mo's got the AWP again. He's going to get the flick onto Rue as he gets a fast timing onto Slope, and that's going to be good enough. Some early damage battles going the way of Echo Fox, and now even a frag found on invert. So Echo Fox looking to be strong in this round. Here's push though, and we'll get both frags coming their way. So there's not really much to speak of for KKona. Maybe it's happening, James. Have Echo Fox been able to close the match?
Well, it takes them a while, but they seem to get there eventually, and this might be one of those cases. It's Ocean versus 4. You can see his position, and he might even get double peeked here. There's a toll booth. It's going to be enough, and A2Z will finish things for Echo Fox. So they've started the game successfully, the day successfully.